Hi, thanks for joining us again. I went to see my physio at exactly 6 weeks post-op, and finally the sling is permanently off. So I was quite excited. I do confess that I did have it off a few days before the exact 6 week mark because it really is such a cumbersome thing to wear. And Eulacia, the physio, has advised that I try and keep a sense of normality in this limb now that the sling is off, try to match it to the right side, use it equally when I'm putting my hands up on a desk. I need to actually put my hands up on the desk, not go protected like I would tend to want to do to protect it. Initially, when the sling came off, there was a lot of kind of stretchy pain in my bicep, and the pectorals are really, really tight. And there's also, I get these stabbing pains in this top shoulder trapezius area, and also in between the shoulder blade and the spine, that area of the trapezius. I get really quite a lot of pain. So I am hoping that that is going to subside because I'm reluctant to take more painkillers. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So there is a degree of general pain, but nothing that's not unmanageable, but quite a lot of sharp pain when I'm trying to sleep or in certain areas at certain times, especially when I do my exercises. I had also developed a bursitis on my elbow. It's like a squishy sac of fluid that protects that joint. With a lot of massaging and trying to put pressure on it. I've also been doing those elbow exercises with support, pushing the elbow in. That has kind of helped it to recede a little bit. So that is great because that pain has now subsided. And when I do a lot of my movements, there's a lot of crepitus, like a crunching sound. So the surgeon, I did email him, he said that the crepitus, the pain is pretty normal. So I just need to persevere with the exercises. But great to have the sling off because it was quite a burden. It was heavy. It really affected my neck, which is still struggling from the whiplash. So that was a bonus, having that off. And yeah, at 6.5 weeks, I had a follow-up with a locum physio. And he also said just use the arm as regularly as possible. He was quite happy with the range of motion that I've been achieving. The only thing was with this external rotation to try and keep the elbow in. I find it easier to do when I'm seated than when I'm lying down. And he said, you don't have to open it that much, but just keep the elbow tucked in as much as you can. Okay, so he did a lot to relieve the tightness in my neck and shoulder, so that was good. And I also need to start working on this internal rotation. So we've been working external rotation. I've been working internal rotation only with the arm straight. But now what we're going to add is this internal rotation, bringing that hand into the midline at the back. So in my head, I'm kind of aiming towards what once was my Paschimana Namaskarasan. And again, you do these only once you've been cleared by your physio to do them. And you repeat them, you use your breath, you try and keep that Tadasana action in the body so you don't kind of hunker down like you're a bodybuilder. You keep that alertness in the spine, the thighs back, and pushing into that range of motion. The idea is to then get the arm further and further up and across. The other modifications that we've added to the exercise regime is on the Spider-Man. So we're still doing those spider crawls up the wall. You can support to push deeper into that to get more range. But what we are now doing is going up and then coming down into like a push-arm shape, a push-up shape, so like Chaturanga Dandasana. So you'll tuck your elbow in and then you'll raise it up, tuck the elbow in, raise it up, and we're doing 10 of those where you're tucking the elbow in and raising it up. And then these are the ones that I feel really catch this top muscle. So I try and just hold it, give it a little bit of support and do my best. And then we're doing what I call wax on, wax off. So keeping that little spider shape, your hand up on the wall, you're going to do a few circles going either in a clockwise or an anti-clockwise direction. And when you've done those, you change direction, keeping that arm up, keeping a loose spider in your palm. Right. With all these new exercises, again, do just confirm that you're cleared by your physio to do them. When I do feel pain in them, I do just give it time. When I need to release, I do some of those ragdoll arms, just letting it release and letting any pain subside before I go on to the next one. So thanks for joining me. Namaste.